Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the mutants and metahumans of all ages, shapes, and sizes, it is time for the most spoilerific show on YouTube. And if you have any requests for any topic, leave a comment below. What up with your YouTube and YouTube bust? It's your boy Triple Cup Chuck, and I'm up. And you're tuning in to the Heroic Vibration Podcast, where we talk about Marvel, DC, comic books, anime, video games, TV shows, and more. Welcome to our humble abode. Let's go. Today we have a special panel, special guest for a special show. Man, it was San Diego Comic-Con, and we had some major bombs come out. But I say Marvel Unwanted, and they had so much stuff came out of there. I know a lot of people may disagree, some people may agree, but they had 10 things come out. You have a Black Widow, Winter Soldier, Eternals, Shang-Chi, or WandaVision, Doctor Strange, or Loki, What If, Hawkeye, and another Thor. Man, it's going to be ridiculous. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get to the panel of guests that we have on here, the special guest, you know what I'm saying, for a special occasion. But we're going to start this thing off with Doc Optimus. Man, what's good with your homie? You know what I'm saying?
Dude,
give a shout out, let them know they can find you at.
Dude, that was too many specials in one sentence.
Man, it's
just letting you.
We got a lot of special people on here.
Too many specials. Yeah, you guys can find me on Twitter at Dark Optimus, and Xbox Live and PlayStation is the same name. And yeah, man, I'm happy to be here, dude. I'm a little upset that I have to do another show with K Mega again. Man, I got to deal with him every Saturday. Now I got to deal with him today. It's like shit.
And shout out to X-Back with the next podcast. I know y'all be cutting up on them. With I be checking y'all out. Y'all really professional. But next up, let's go ahead and keep this thing here pumping and jumping. You know what I'm saying? We got 108 Dragon TVs in here with the facts. I ain't did nothing like him, so my bad for butchering it.
No, you sound better than he did. You sound better. You made it sound better than he did. I think you just earned a couple more subscribers just by doing that.
Wow, my man Flip got the triple cup full of tech. Go Triple, you can do it. What's good, people? It's your boy 108 Dragons TV. You can find me at 108 Dragons TV on everything. Can't wait to jump into these topics. Facts.
I mean that's what's up. That's what's up right there. You heard me? That's what's good. Next up, we got K Mega 405, and he be doing it live, man. What's down with your K Mega, man? What's good? And let them know they can find you at, homie.
What's up, man? You can check me out on my channel, K Mega 405, and if you want to hear any of these bums, or go and support them if they still have podcasts. Oh, I'm sorry, Dark, you don't have one anymore.
You
you thought I was gonna let you slide with that shot?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Anyway, no, man, it's good to be here, man, especially with my brother Chuck. Go ahead and just see if I can sink my teeth into this madness that is all comic book fandom and in movies and all that. So let's see if I can go ahead and sound like I got some damn sense and know what I'm talking about tonight, man. But glad to be here, man.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up, man. Appreciate you for coming on, man. Like Dark Optimus said, I was saying it too many times, but it's a special occasion, and I got special guests. What you trying to say? Like I was saying, like the short bus, like we riding around in the short bus and we wheeling around this thing. That's what you were trying to get at.
Who are you talking to?
I'm talking about you. When you were talking
about me? No, I was just saying that
that
was too many specials. You were like special this, special that, and I was just like, dang, man, that's a lot of specials.
Yeah, speaking about special, let's go to a 100% special because he get drunk in real life and on the boat. Man, what's good with you? 100, man. Introduce yourself and let them know they can find you at.
Oh, man, you find me all the way all on the interweb. I'm everywhere. I'm on people's channels that I didn't know they existed because, you know, I'm Mr. Agent Orange in the house. Shout out to everybody in the panel and the crew. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my other brethren that ain't here, my man Savage and them, because you know what I'm saying? And who that Sir X-Man? I just came on here just to clown his ass. That's all I wanted to do, but it's cool. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm with it, but guess what? Say you said on one other thing that you were saying, 100, man, I'm gonna hit you with a high track.
Hey, check this out. I'm all the way up in this bitch, you heard me? Just I ain't on the podcast on my shit, but I'm here, you heard me? I'm the Savage. I'm gonna be on my shit in about 15-20 minutes. I gotta make 2-3 runs and I'll be back here. I'm out.
Yeah, y'all heard that. That's the introduction from Savage Carter. He had the Ghost Ride the Rip and stuff like that. You know how it goes down. But let's go ahead and get to the normal panels. You know what I'm saying? Bowen almost won. Matter of fact, I'm gonna add you in there. You don't even must know it. But next up, let's go ahead and get this thing flipping money. Go on, introduce yourself and let them know they can find you at.
Hey, man, y'all know where y'all can find me at, man. Xbox Live playing GTA. Y'all know that. You know what I'm saying? Twitter, Flip Money 1975. I mean, and of course, here always. And also on my channel, whenever I decide to do another video and laugh at y'all crazy motherfuckers, you know, Mr. Flip online.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up, man. Hey, say Flip. I know since they got the casino on Grand Theft Auto, man. I know you be in that gambling. They have a lot of that, like a lot of new stuff in there. Like they added like real like you could really like gamble in there. Like you could play blackjack, poker, hold'em, and the Russian roulette table and all that stuff, huh?
Man, they got all that. They got big booty white Joan, big booty Asian chick, big booty black jaws, man. They got it all. Black jaw, man. They got you gonna buy a new car. They got I'm lying, man. You supposed to gonna believe it early. You're supposed to be Professor Eggman to believe that, man. Nah, man, they got all that.
Yeah, this man now can be the Xbox sugar daddy.
You know what I'm saying? They got a lot of stuff. They do got a lot of stuff in here that's fun or whatever, man. They do. A lot of stuff in here, man. You can't go in the casino and gamble. You're going to lose all your money because I ain't gambled. Well, I did it one time and I won me a new car. I'm trying to figure out where the car is.
I won a new car, oh, Lord.
Yeah. That's what I said.
New car and ran, huh?
Listen, no.
Hey, Chuck.
Hey, man.
What's good with it?
It is what it is.
I need to see you in the Madden streets. K-Mega already got a bid to get his ass whooped.
He up next, man.
So I'm letting everybody know I'm on. That's all I'm going to be playing. I'm going to warm my 10 hours out this whole weekend.
I mean, I'm with it. I'm with it. You know, I got EA access too, so I'm all day up in there. But let's go ahead and get to this introductions because we got a lot to go through with this San Diego Comic-Con. So, Chaos, go introduce yourself alone. Let they can find you at, homie.
You know, they say last but not least, but they had to say the last for the greatest. It's your boy Chaos God, and I'm here for your old Comic Con good nerdiness, man. Look, I just want to start off the saying, fuck K Mega, forget 100, and forget Triple Cup, and forget 108 Dragons 2. I'm ready to play this Madden 20 on y'all and show you who's going to be the king in that. I got to show my dominance early. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I got
out Flip. Left out Flip. He's the best cheerleader in the game.
Oh, man. All right. I'm like, all right, okay.
Ooh.
Hey,
something coming. Okay. You want to start that? Okay. You really want to start that on the show? Okay.
All right.
Okay.
And we gonna let y'all we gonna let y'all get into it when the round starts swinging. So let's go ahead and go straight to controversy. So what do y'all think about? Okay, y'all seen Love and Thunder, and they introduced girl from Thor. I ain't gonna say her name. If y'all want to, y'all can. Because I personally feel pissed
Jane
about
Foster
her coming back now after Marvel is a beating out a franchise. She like the girlfriend that was with you when you ain't had nothing, didn't leave you because you don't have nothing. Then when you get on, she want to come back around. That's how I kind of feel about her. And now she holding a hammer. What do y'all think about name shall not be spoken, become the new Thor? And she, you know what I'm saying, if y'all know the Thor story, that it was a person that she got cancer. And after she got cancer, by her getting the hammer, it relieved her from her cancer. But then when she let the powers go, her cancer came back, and she, you know what I'm saying, just when she had the hammer, it got rid of her cancer. Do y'all want to see that story, or y'all don't, or y'all think that she shouldn't be in there?
No, I mean, I think I'll just jump on in here, man. I think that you don't have to give her by a name. I'll just call her Padme, from Star Wars. But
oh my god.
But I mean, look, I think I liked her when in the other Thors. I mean, as the actress, not as much. I never liked the first Thor movie. The second movie, I know a lot of people didn't like it, but I did think that the elves were really cool looking.
So you like the second Thor better than the first Thor?
Oh hell yeah, the first Thor was garbage.
What?
But,
You're crazy, Mega. No way,
Look,
dude.
I'm just,
No way.
hold
That
on, hold
fucking
on. I'm
movie
saying,
was terrible.
no,
dude.
it wasn't a good movie. That's what I'm saying. To me, the Thor movies were the weakest link until Ragnarok came out.
Till Ragnarok, yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
can respect that one.
so yeah, but I like the second one's action and I like the enemy a lot better. I mean, because the first one, it was the introduction, and of course it was, you know, if you kind of look at it in the same space as like Captain Marvel, but I liked Captain Marvel though, especially my old lady loved Captain Marvel, but for the whole situation for just the Thor movies in a whole, I thought that she was a good compliment to Hemsworth because of the fact of, you know, just they had a good chemistry together. So for her to come back, I think that was cool. I mean, he mentioned her. Even he mentioned her in the Avengers Endgame. He mentioned her in Ragnarok. He mentioned her. So they kind of still kept her alive. I don't think that it was kind of like she just jumped out and left and said she didn't want to do it. Maybe I don't know the whole backstory about that, but I do think that it's that if they were going to bring a female character and be the transition to be the new Thor, I don't see anything wrong with it. I think that would be a good thing. Or if you would have the chick that's the Valkyrie, that's the new leader of Asgard. So
Tessa Thompson.
Right. I mean, either or, but you can't have a new actress come in and take the mantle of Hemsworth's job. I just don't think that anybody else could just do that. So
Well, that's the thing. In the comics,
It did went down
Thor
like that.
becomes a woman anyways. I mean, they change it into actually I think it's Jane Foster actually who becomes her. Who becomes Thor. So I mean, like you're gonna see they're trying to go off of that type of the comic books a little bit more with this one. And I think the reason the real reason as to why she stopped doing the Thor movies is because, well, first she had a kid, and then what happened was that she just didn't want him doing them anymore because of the fact that she wasn't getting enough screen time. And when you're an actress and an actor, you want to get a little bit more screen time.
Man,
And she felt like she wasn't getting that.
Two Thors, she was the whole movie. Like,
No.
Man, she had too much time. I think she was saying that she didn't like superhero movies. That's why she didn't want to come back.
No, that wasn't the case. The case was that she wasn't getting. She felt like she wasn't getting enough screen time. She felt like those two movies, Thor, and then the other Thor was like they just weren't good. Like the scripts weren't good for those movies, anyways. Like even people at Marvel even agreed that those movies were not the best, their brightest.
No, and that's why I said I like the second one better because of the fact of the action. It seemed a little bit, and like I said, the enemy, they looked really cool. It's just that, again, the writing wasn't there. It was just not. It wasn't a great movie, but it was still enjoyable for the fact of, for the enemy and for the action that was inside of that movie. Because the first Thor just didn't have that action that I was looking for, and then that boss that was out there in the desert, fighting, the thing that shot fire from its head. That was like, okay, yeah, no, I'm not feeling this.
I think another reason as to why she came back is because of the director of Thor Ragnarok is doing Love and Thunder. So he's known in the film industry as being one of those directors that just kind of doesn't really put up with the bullshit. Let's just say that.
Oh, good deal.
Yeah, but he more anybody feel different than that? They feel like that she that they don't like the fact that she coming back, or everybody feel the same way?
Well, I feel like Jim Mega felt they kept her alive. It ain't like they just fully just not thought of her. I mean, he's mentioned her in every damn movie. You know what I'm saying? It's always been a pun of the joke that she dumped him, or then he says I dumped her. I mean, we giving her too much time right now, though. She doesn't matter, man. Nobody cares. I mean,
she's going to matter. She's going to matter.
They're going to make her matter now.
They're
going to make her matter, but I mean, really, did we really miss her?
No, not then. But she's going to take the mantle of Thor.
Yeah, and I don't like that either.
Like that. It had to happen. I'd say it had. it's like one of those things like how we were talking about the X-Men of how they could bring the X-Men mutants in. It was like, oh, they were all in hiding. It's kind of like one of these situations, like they just use it from the comic book to trying to go off the comic book to try to bring her in.
Right.
I like how they're going with it. And I think they'll play a better part within this next phase. So, yeah, I think this is just like a win-win situation for Marvel. Either way,
I don't even think that issue of her being Thor in a comic book is still going right now. Because right now in the comic world, right now as we speak, Thor going across different multi-dimensions and stuff to unite all the Thor so he can be as powerful as his father. And she's nowhere in that.
Yeah, she's not
now at all. So I think they did that. It's done. If they want to bring it, I don't give a shit because I would not watch it. I ain't like the comic book of her.
I didn't either.
I mean, people understand who should be able to wield the hammer to have the power of Thor, and that's what happened. She's not Thor. She just got his power, which made her look like she's Thor, whatever. But I don't care about that comic book.
Yeah, I don't mean either. And it wasn't a big success for them either.
Yeah.
It's not, it wasn't one of them, oh my God, this did so well for us. It really didn't.
Because Thor had picked up the mantle, became king, and renounced his throne, and let somebody else became king of Asgard quite a few times. So he can go back out and flying around the galaxy being an airhead.
But how are they going
what I
to
think
give
is
the
funny-
hammer to her? Because he doesn't have the hammer anymore.
No, that's what I'm saying. I said that. I don't even think that issues is going anymore. They
Oh, gee, we got Sir X-Man in here. Man, what's good with you, Sir
I was here
X-Man?
for a while.
Hey, introduce yourself and let me know what you think about the female Thor.
My name is Sir X-Man, and I believe everything that Flip Money
Flip,
Online
don't you
says.
start no stuff, dude.
the grandpa of the podcast. Let's get
Hey,
it.
Ron was waiting on you, man. What's good, Sir X-Man?
Oh, nothing much, man. Just chilling. Got a little tired. That's why I'm late for the first time. I apologize, guys. Let's get the show on. That's all. Let's just get the show on. What's up, Kay? What's up, 108 Drag?
What up, son?
What's up, boss man?
Hey, so what you think about the female Thor?
I think it's cool. Believe it or not, it doesn't.
Oh, you on the same side too? I'm on this by myself, man.
I just don't understand how she's gonna get Thor's old hammer. That's all I want to know.
Yeah, they're really gonna have to play that up pretty well. That's gonna have to be like that next movie is gonna have to be along the lines of Thor Ragnarok in terms of just movie wise.
Yeah. Well, Thor's new hammer is just the bomb. I love that new hammer.
But that's the thing right there is that it is a lot of people I don't think had really high expectations of Ragnarok because
it's true, yeah.
And
I own that.
Yeah, well, but you see, and look at that's where the genius of Marvel comes through. And this is, to me, I know that we'll get a little bit further into it, so I'm not going to just elaborate into it deep. But I just think that it all comes down to directing. It all comes down into everything else. I mean, it just goes back with Black Panther. A lot of us, as excited to see that there was a Black Panther coming, but we were still on the fence of like, man, we don't know. What is this director going to do? How is this going to play out?
I wasn't at all.
Right. And there was a lot of people. I mean, I think from racial divides, I think that, you had like big budget movie first, the biggest African-American budget movie ever.
And they had some pressure on them.
Right. But they had a lot of pressure but they made it work. It all boils down to how you cast and how you direct. I mean, it just looks like when we look at DC movies and how you look at how they direct over there with the Batmans, and then when they do everything else, it just seems to where they don't have those same directors doing the same.
Well,
thing.
it was a lot of the producing on those movies, which came from Zack Snyder, and Zack Snyder is better at directing and not producing. He's better at just staying in his lane, and he doesn't. He thinks about it, as like this is my movie. I got to do it this way, and then of course Christopher Nolan. You have his ear in his in it too. So it's just like there was a lot of complications there with those movies.
Yeah, we brought this up a couple of weeks ago. Why Marvel succeeds so much more than DC. For some reason, they have the ability to keep the same characters until the end. DC doesn't do that. They change characters so many times.
I think that DC has now figured it out. I mean, because let's not forget, DC brought Batman, brought some of the most compelling comic book heroes when it comes to the Batman. Those last last trilogy of Batman was some of the most epic comic book movies that you could ever see, especially the
Dark Knight Rises.
Dark Knight, that's one of the pinnacles. That's a Rushmore comic book movie.
That's the pinnacle of filmmaking right there.
Right.
I even liked the one before that. When he's getting introduced. I liked all three of them.
The whole trilogy was good. Now I thought that Bane wasn't as good, but you're talking about that actor following Heath Ledger's performance, which was one of the best performances we ever seen in a comic book movie, next to, I would say, dude from Black Panther who played the villain. Killmonger.
I'd give it to Jack Nicholson playing the Joker, man. I would. Jack Nicholson was awesome.
Jack Nicholson.
Jordan, you talking about?
Yeah, Michael B. Jordan. Yeah, but no, Jack Nicholson, he did have the mantle, but Heath Ledger took that to a whole nother level, man.
Well, yeah, he did, but you said other, as far as other. I mean,
I get you.
He did a great job, dude. But
the point I'm saying is that they started to figure out, because Aquaman was amazing to me. I love Aquaman.
That's my boy.
Wonder Woman was great. It's just that I haven't seen Shazam yet, and I love Man of Steel. Anytime the Man of Steel comes on, I gotta watch it because I love that movie. But again, it just goes into the point to where we look at it is that Marvel they've already had the recipe. They've been doing it a lot better, and that's, I think, that people are coming in with low expectations, but I think a lot of us are going to be surprised.
Look at the X-Men movies.
You got you got what is his name, Valkyrie. Now we have Thor becoming a female, and now they saying the way they're doing Phase 4. And if you notice in the same trend on the same movie, you got Valkyrie. Now she said by her being the new king of Asgard, she gonna come out and she gonna announce, the king now I don't think a king needs his queen.
Queen, I saw that.
Yeah, the relationship they gonna have, and they put it in the base of, you got Thor, his movie. They kind of like shelving him and putting a new Thor, and it's gonna be a Valkyrie and another Thor. So they kind of pushing him to the background, when really and truly, I want to see more about the real Thor. Odinson. I want to see him. So that's why I feel a little bit different about the core root about the what it is, Love and Thunder, that I don't think it's gonna be a Thor movie. I just personally don't feel like that.
I don't like that title, Love and Thunder.
The title is ridiculous.
I don't like it.
So what happened, 100, man? You messing with that Love and Thunder?
I really don't give two shits about Thor, to tell you the truth. I like the last one. I'm just being real.
Did you say you like Aladdin?
You say you like Aladdin?
I like your girlfriend. That's who I like. You were calling me all last night. You need to go. You need to go call her back. I don't want her no more.
What up, 100?
Where we going?
But you see, I see a lot of these. You see a lot of these Marvel movies. They're being made by independent directors, people who have come from the independent side of filmmaking. Right. So you're gonna get that from you're gonna get something pretty decent from
like the DC
Marvel.
Lore. They study. When they take these jobs for Marvel, they study the lore. They really do. They say we study everything that has to do with these characters that are going to be in our movie. I don't ever hear that coming from DC side. Maybe a few, but not all.
I think James Wan really kind of set the bar for everybody with Aquaman, because Aquaman is like probably one of the better DC movies out there. So he really kind of like showed people that, like, hey, this movie can be made, and we're going to continue to make these kind of movies in the DC universe.
It's not even that. He did his homework on Aquaman.
Yeah, that too. Yeah,
he did his homework to the T. See, this is the thing that people don't understand. DC is the only comic book movie that can go way off track of the storyline of the comic book, but still be on point. know what I'm saying? Marvel, they are not on point on following their storyline. DC is, but for somehow and some reason, it just falls apart when they do it. Like
Okay.
I don't
There's
understand.
one reason. There's one reason they fall apart. You see, when they started making these movies after Iron Man, right? Marvel, they set out a 10-year plan, and they interacted with whatever characters they was going to use. They turned it into a phase, right? So they have a plan for the future. DC is making movie to movie. That's the
Yeah.
difference.
No,
That's the difference.
no, when you look at DC, no, DC is not making a movie to movie. DC making a movie just like the comic book. Every issue of a
You're not
comic
listening to what I'm saying. When
No,
they
no, I
make
understand. I
when they
understand
make a
what you're
movie, they don't have 15 movies after that
No, I
in plan.
understand that. No,
So
but
that's what they're
I'm
doing.
saying. That's what I'm saying. Listen, they making their movies like actual comic book. This issue is different. This issue is different. This issue is different. None of them is connecting.
So that's how
None of
Justice League really started, like what they did in the movie. That's Justice League.
Yeah, like all that stuff is not they not having it connected like that. They always comic
I
book
think it was
always like that
different.
on both sides. All
After
different issues
Justice
of
League
comic
didn't
books
do what they
always
wanted it to do, they scrapped all that. They
I
said
know.
movies will not be connected. They're gonna make movie for movie because first of all, they're never going to beat Marvel in these movies. They're just
No, they're
not. So instead of them making a movie good for what they want to make it for, and they started with Man of Steel, where they kind of like rebooted the Superman franchise, that was a good idea. But then when they made Justice League, it broke their system again. So now they like, you know what? Nobody's gonna be connected. We're just gonna make a good movie for a good movie, and that's what they should do. Stop trying to catch up to Marvel. You're never gonna beat them. They're so
Nah.
far ahead. Just forget the competition.
I mean, but see, the connection should just be in the background. See, that
Shazam
should be
was
the main thing. The connection should be in the background. Like it might be a part where Superman fly by, and you might see the Wayne Mansion burned down. You know, it could be something simple like
It could be right. It could
Yeah,
be
they
but I'm
should
saying
have
they don't have a game plan. They're going.
They
That's
should
like
take
that's
their
like
time.
going.
All
That's
that
like
bad
playing
luck
Madden. You
started
just
with
going out
Batman
there
versus
past it.
Superman.
You
No,
going out
they
there
should
going
have
past
they
it.
should
You don't
have
That's what I'm
every
saying.
character.
But that's
They
what
should
I'm
have
saying.
introduced
They're
every
making
character
their
or
movies.
do
They
or put
making their
characters
movies
together.
like comic book. They just making them bam, bam, bam. It don't even connect. They just
and
throwing
that's
them
why
out.
they're losing.
And
They're
that's
spending all
why.
this money
Yep.
and they don't have a vision. You got to have a vision when you make.
Well,
It's like
see,
somebody that's making Aliens. You know, a couple of them alien movies ain't really had nothing to do with it, and people was like, "What the hell just happened?" It's the same thing. They're just going out here just doing stuff and trying to throw it together.
Prometheus.
they made
Yeah.
they made
They should just
they
worry
made a
about
mistake to
themselves.
try to keep up with people. They was
Right.
trying to catch up with Marvel. That's their
Right.
mistake. They should have
That's their
what they
mistake.
should
You
have
know what?
what
You're
they
right.
should have stole from Marvel was let's team up. Let me team up Cyborg and Flash together. So we didn't see them yet. Then you can make a jump because you threw out Justice League. We didn't have no backstories to none of them characters.
Right.
Mm.
Not even
I
our
think they
didn't
rushed.
have no
Wonder
backstory.
Woman
Everybody
came
else
out
had a
what?
bumpy and a backstory.
Yeah.
Right.
So you didn't. That's what Marvel did good. You gave damn near everybody a backstory.
You don't have
Even
to
if
like
they
the
wasn't
first
even
Thor, but
they
it
didn't have
gave
their
you a
own
thing to
movie,
work
but
from.
you
Right.
saw them
They
in their
should
own
have
movie.
brought Aquaman out before they did Justice League.
Comic
So
book
people
is
could
wait.
see
I think
Aquaman's backstory.
Aquaman was a roll of the dice. That was
That's
luck.
right.
It was a roll of the dice,
That was
but
a
he
roll
should
of the
have.
dice.
But he should have been introduced first
I don't
They
even
didn't
before
have
think
a
he was gonna
plan.
even
They
part of
already
it.
have a
Hold
plan.
on. Why he should have been introduced first?
So they started with the Wonder Woman first, then they started with the Batman versus Superman. You know, I'm just saying, and then they just went straight to Justice League instead of okay. Now let's introduce, Aquaman. Then boom, then we can put them all together. They've already been introduced. Now we'll show you how they get together and
Well,
go
yeah,
do
no,
this instead of searching for it.
Well, you know what? But in the Aquaman movie, they connected, but they didn't do a good job at connecting because at the end of Shazam, that's actually Henry Cavill.
And
They
that's the
cut
thing.
it
What
out.
Marvel
They cut
does,
some of
they
that stuff
do it.
out. No,
They do
but
it
I'm
in
just saying.
chronological order, though. Flip.
No, I understand that though, but I'm just saying how they did it. What's the other movie that came out with was another Aquaman? Aquaman is connected to Justice League, but it's the
Yeah,
way
it
they
is.
did it.
They should
They
have
even talk about plot
They even
points
touched on
in.
it.
Justice League.
They
They
did, but
talk about plot
they
points
did it wrong.
in Aquaman about what happened in Justice
It was
League. So
Steppenwolf. He said, well, he was like, well, this don't have nothing to do with it. She said, but you helped them and you defeated Steppenwolf. That had nothing to do with Atlantis. He said that just like that, like he had attitude. I'm like,
yeah,
Like they just threw it in there. Like what the?
Well,
Right. But they made it in the background. See, they made their own movie, but they threw something like that in the background, just say, "Hey, we connected." Like when he sang Shazam and they was wearing the Superman shirt, and he said, "This is a real bullet from Superman." Like all this little stuff like that. Those are the parts. That's why people say, "You know what? Shazam was actually a good movie."
But the saying still is this though, Chuck. They didn't do a good job at connecting it. That's what I'm saying.
Well, I think
they really kind of what I said though. They're not going into it with a plan. They're just putting it together, and it's not only they don't have a plan. When they putting it together, it's not good,
and it's not in order.
Well, hold on. Okay. At that point, what you said about this is where I have to disagree with you on this. Is okay. We already knew about that they were scrapping everything after Justice League because of the fact that it just didn't between Batman and Superman and Justice League, and they're saying that they're doing their own individual movies. I still think that they can bring that back because I think that they realized that if they took their time like they were supposed to do in the beginning, like everybody else is saying, then they can reboot Justice League and then right. But you know what I'm saying, but they just have to be patient because they have so many other stories and characters that they have to address. But I don't even. But when they scrap the Justice League, we don't even know if that same Flash is going. That the guy that played the Flash is still going to be the same character. We don't know if the dude that played the Cyborg, we don't know if they're going to recast him.
Okay, Mega, listen to this.
Hold on. Hold on. Before you say anything. Well, hold on. I'm gonna tell you this. I don't even think that. Listen here, y'all don't know. J.J. Abrams. They just gave J.J. Abrams $500 million for the TV, the online joint, and the rewrite for the movies and stuff. That thing is done. He already looking for a young guy that plays Superman that can be around the same age as the guy that they playing Batman.
They could save the Justice League.
Listen, hold on. Listen to what I'm saying.
I don't know how they can do it.
Boy, number one, 2 years older than him.
I know. He only 3 years older, but that just J.J. Abrams is the head dude is running that thing now.
Yeah, but listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. Everybody can get in here and say what they should have did. But let me ask you a question. Even when they're doing their spin-offs, right? They're not even working in unison with each other.
Nah,
these directors.
They don't.
Hold on, let me finish. I said let me finish. And as they don't even have a writing team. You see what Marvel got? Marvel got a Knights of the Round Table of directors. They got a Knights of the Round Table of writers, and they're all collaborating to do this. Well, DC don't even have that.
Yes, they do now.
Okay,
now that's what I'm
now. But we're not talking about future. We're talking about how they made the last 4 or 5 movies, and they need to have that round table of everybody working together.
Yeah, they do.
I think that they will. I think that they have started it, but they're getting out their movies out first this time and letting the public introduce, and then they're going to go and do what they have to do.
Justice League was supposed to be that panel, and as soon as it flopped, they scrapped it.
But that's what I'm saying, though. They
just scrapped it.
Abrams, what he said he doing is he's going to make a Superman, and the first movie that he want to come out with, I guess I don't know whether Henry Cavill is still going to be there or whether
he's not. Henry Cavill is not Superman anymore.
Him and I mean, of course, the fans is mad. He's making that first, and he's going to do right along with Batman and also Green Lantern. Those are the 3 people he's doing first now. So what are we going to do with Jason Momoa, Aquaman now?
Oh, he ain't going nowhere.
James Wan
James
Wan is still working. Hold on. James Wan is still working on Aquaman 2. So Aquaman 2 is coming.
It's coming.
Yeah, that's already been confirmed.
We don't got to worry about that one.
Hey, since we're going so far left with DC, we got to go back to the San Diego Comic-Con.
I know, dude. I was like, are we ever going to get back to that at all? Or,
right. But see, this show here, I don't mind. We just go left as long as we making what it do. But about do what it do. What y'all think about the Falcon and the Winter Soldier? I ain't gonna lie, they chemistry, I like it. Just their personality I
Yeah,
put,
I want to
Oh,
see
those
that.
two actors are fantastic.
I
I mean,
wanna see
Anthony
that.
Mackie and Sebastian Stan. I mean, they're both really great actors, and even in the movies, they were really great together. I mean, them just having their little banter back and forth in Infinity War and things like that. They just, I think Falcon and the Winter Soldier is going to be a great little series on Disney
Mhm.
Plus. I mean, granted, yeah, you're gonna have to pay more to see it, but I mean, why not
You gotta
pay
pay
the
more to see it.
why not pay the $6.99 or I think it's $6.99 to
Listen here.
watch it. I mean, there's gonna be so much shit on there. And
Guess
it's
what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna watch it on Cody.
of course you are.
we don't need to
You don't want to see it at the highest quality possible. You want to see it at the
Oh,
Yeah, and he's
lowest
watching on
quality
a 14-inch
possible.
black and white TV. He don't care about
I don't
quality.
think you understand. Listen here, I got the hottest Cody build that's out now.
Whatever.
Well, it's still not. It's still.
now.
It's still not comparative to something like Netflix or what Disney's going to be doing with their
They're
program.
Hang on.
Their streaming service.
Dark,
If you look
Dark,
into
Dark, you
their
got to do-
streaming service, it's crazy.
Look, I
Dark,
understand that,
Dark,
but I'm
Dark.
getting the same quality without paying for it on Cody.
Yeah,
All that
Dark.
stuff is on Cody.
But Dark, how of you? I thought you were smarter than that. You said
Yeah.
ain't compared to that. You can watch anything you want on that.
It doesn't. Yeah, but
I can
I'm
go
talking
back
about
to go watch-
quality wise. I'm talking
No,
about
what you mean
getting
quality?
quality.
Have
Oh,
you-
the
you
quality
see,
is good.
I-
That's what I'm
Dude,
telling you.
I'm
Hey,
telling you
hey,
right now, the
hey,
quality
hey,
is
hey,
not
hey,
to
hey,
Oh my God!
compare to what
Can we
the
reel
other
this
stuff
in?
is.
Get back to the topic, please.
Let's
yeah,
get back to
nobody,
the
yeah,
topic.
Cody War, we'll say that for offline. The Cody
Yeah.
War.
But there's one thing about that part that
Hey, let's
cracks me up.
please continue about the
When
his
Jessica
thoughts on Winter
Chova
Soldier.
picked up the shield, right? When she was on stage and she picked up the shield, she's like, this thing is heavy. And they're like, yeah, it's real. That's the part that cracked me up right there at the show.
Well, my biggest thing is, okay, Captain America gave Falcon a mantle, right? But Falcon, how is he supposed to physically fight a real threat? He's not strong like that.
No, Winter Soldier has the super serum in him.
Right.
not the Falcon.
So how is that going to work?
Use
Well,
his
that's the thing. In
you
the
can-
comic books, Falcon becomes Captain America.
Right.
But do they hit him
So-
with some serum?
No.
I can't remember. It's like something
I know
else
he
happens
becomes
to
him, but he's going to have to do something because Captain America is the strongest 10 men.
But Winter Soldier eventually takes the mantle, though, right?
I know in the comic book, but that's not where it's at.
You can put faith in Marvel that they're going to do it right. They've been, except for Captain Marvel, they've somewhat been doing it right. They've
Captain
done
Marvel was
it.
not a
They've
bad
done it real
movie.
good.
I think
Winter
Captain
Soldier-
Marvel was a good movie. I just think they could have
hang
done
on. Did
better.
Winter Soldier have the mantle of Captain
Yes.
America
Yes,
before
he did.
Falcon?
He gets it
Yeah,
too.
he did. He did.
He did.
Winter
So
Winter Soldier
you
was
don't
the
need
one that
just
had it
because you don't have no
first, and Falcon
superpowers don't mean he can fly with he can fly with the wings. That's
Nah,
a
Yeah,
power
he can,
right
but
there.
I'm
They're gonna
saying
play
Nobody
it. They're
do
gonna
that.
play it. They're gonna play it off. They're gonna say what they're gonna do is gonna say that suit got some extra devices in there. Allow
They're gonna
him
have
to
to do
hold that
something.
suit.
How you
No,
gonna
I
go
mean,
to
look, hey,
Wakanda?
it's simple.
Why you
Hold
go
on,
to
hold on, hold on.
Wakanda?
It's
Wakanda
simple.
put him in that suit.
Look, Tony Stark have tech. He could give him some tech that go with his gear that compliment him like how he doing Spider-Man. And it could give him strength where he gonna, you know what I'm saying, when he want to throw that, he can be able to have the strength to throw stuff like that at ease.
Tony
Better
Stark
do
is
a lot
dead.
better.
Yeah, what are you talking about, Chuck? Tony Stark ain't even around anymore, bro.
Hold on.
Mr. Fantastic, Mr. Fantastic can do it.
Or-
Mr.
or-
Fantastic
or
Black Panther.
Yup. Because that's what Tony
No,
Stark.
No, Black Panther's sister could probably do it though. I mean,
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
way
Yeah.
smarter than
Smart.
he is.
Yeah.
She's
I
smart.
said Fury can
He's
do
smart.
it. Yeah,
Well,
Fury can do
actually,
it. Build him a suit.
actually in the movies and stuff in the universe, she's the smartest one in that
Yeah.
universe.
So she can do it.
Smart. They said that so she can do it. And not only that, that suit that Tony Stark had, that was from Wakanda technology. When he said and he was about to break it down where he got it from, when Bruce like, where you get that from before he got smacked around, that's actually from Wakanda.
Right,
That's
if,
because Wakanda is more advanced, the most advanced city on earth.
Well,
No.
I just want them from our sake to just make sure they clarify that because dude cannot compete with no superheroes. It's like ain't that why Hawkeye broke out? He was like, "Y'all got real superheroes,
He
all I
got
do
his
is
own
arrows."
show coming too.
Yeah, but like I said, man, they just they have a plan. We know they have a plan, so we
Hey,
don't
yo,
have nothing to
look.
worry about.
Hey, so you interested in that Falcon and
Yes,
Winter
sir. Yes, sir. I really want to see what they're gonna do with that because they, like I said, they intentionally made their chemistry on camera, knowing what they had coming in the future. So that was not something that was a mistake. They definitely had the plan. So they put it in the scripts in the Infinity movies and all that. The Avenger movies. So
That's the confidence that they got behind
everything,
it.
everything they working on or everything they got, even in with Spider-Man, everybody wanted to know about the multiverse. Well, we know Mysterio's a clown and he's a FX guy, but
Right.
it was like, where are they going with this? So once you watch the movie, because we had 1,000 questions before the movie come out, they have it covered. They're not leaving nothing unturned, man. They definitely got a plan, and Comic-Con showed you how much of a plan they got. They're going into 2022 and 2023.
You want to know what you want to know?
And they
about
already have Phase 5.
Another
Right.
reason why Marvel movies did so well also, and when they showed the behind scenes, they also have some of them directors and stuff like that asking the actor like, "What would you do?" and asking them question on how you want to perform this stunt. Because when I was watching behind the scene, I'm like, "Oh, all right." They get the actor involved with the movie too.
Yes, they do.
That goes around, they change the writing of the script just in case the actor like, "Well, I think we should do it this." Okay,
Well,
we're going to do it this way then, and see how it goes.
That's key in filmmaking. Period. Anyways, is getting your actors involved into the film and filming and stuff, because if you don't have that, you're gonna really have a hard time directing your actors,
Right.
because they're not they're listening to what you want them to do and not really improvising on what they should be, because a lot of
Having them take
the
pride in
best
what they
actors
do.
improvise
Yeah.
or improv.
Samuel, Denzel, Tom
All of them.
Cruise, they all have huge input.
Oh yeah.
Russell Crowe, all them dudes. When you see them doing the makings of the movie, I don't know how many people watch the special
Jackie Chan.
the special
That's why I
content
still
on
buy
these
all my
movies.
movies physical.
Right, me too. And when you go sit down and watch how they interact, the real good movies are getting input from the actors,
Hmm.
especially the great ones. That's how it
I'm
works.
here.
Unless you're like Meryl Streep or something, you don't need no input. You just
Right,
turn it on.
right.
Yeah. So what about UK Mega? Are you interested in the Winter Soldier and Falcon?
Yeah, no, I mean, I'll definitely check it out. I mean, it looks really cool. I listen to him talk.
Yeah.
Is somebody using one of their air pumps or something?
I don't know. It sound like somebody.
We all just got quiet. Like,
I don't even want to say what.
It sounded like those, pump shoes. That's what it sounded like.
Hold on. Not to cut nobody off, but we got my man Savage. He just popped up in here. Savage
Yeah.
Carter popped in the building.
What up?
What's good with Savage?
I'm having a wonderful motherfucking time. What's going on with y'all?
It is.
I don't think you had a wonderful
Oh
drink,
my
but I'm
goodness,
okay.
we are full.
Hey, so what you think about the Falcon and Winter Soldier having their own Netflix show and the chemistry that they have? Oh, and Falcon is from New Orleans. I just found that out about him. That's why he got that swag with him. I just wanted to point it out. I do the hometown girl. I do it.
Okay.
Here we go.
I take my lick. But yeah, Savage, what you think about that?
I'm gonna watch it. That's about, much as I think about it, I don't really give a fuck.
Oh,
Ooh, what about him being a new Captain America? You think how he gonna handle the shield? Like on 108 Dragon pointed out, he don't have no super strength. How he gonna wield the shield like Cap?
I told you I wasn't even with him having the shield in the first fucking place.
Damn.
They did.
Yeah, but that's the thing. If they would have chose Bucky, it would have been a whole different type of Captain America.
I understand all that, but I got my own opinion.
But that's the thing. I think,
like I said, I understand all that. I understand the direction. I understand the direction the MCU want to go, but like I said, that's my opinion. I don't choose him. I would have rather had Bucky.
I agree.
I'm telling you, they're gonna have to pull off some exoskeleton suit.
It's Savage.
on
I
that
said
suit.
pretty much the same thing before you came in here. I don't understand where they going with that, but
I mean,
they gotta have a plan.
the Falcon actually did become Captain America, so it ain't like it's far fetched, but he was Captain America after Bucky.
Yeah,
I mean, what about the
so
fact
was.
that they got a lot of stuff that they may be not filling in too? So there's a lot of things that could be going on. Why Cap giving the shield to Falcon? Because I heard this fan theory that you know what I'm saying when Cap went back into the past, you know, this point of time when Bucky was missing and nobody could find him. It could have been times that Cap had been hanging out with Bucky, so you know what I'm saying, but he wouldn't tell Bucky about that part of the future. He was just letting him know about what's going on right there. So Cap was in the our storyline. I mean, the whole thing, the whole time, and he probably know why.
I mean, that's cool with everybody's theories. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you know, I that's my personal opinion.
Right. Anybody feel different? They feel like
they have them together in the show for a reason, man.
Honestly,
Obviously, the Falcon is going to end up turning it over to Bucky somewhere
That's
in
not
that
obvious.
show.
That's not obvious at all.
Yeah,
It's not obvious at all.
Because they got them both together.
Let me tell you. Let me make you understand why they put both of them in the show. Because both of them his proteges.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reason why they in the show together. Not about the fucking shield.
Yeah, and they got a good
Bucky will never become Captain America. There we go.
Chemistry. It works.
But basically, that's what's going on. He's not going to be Captain America because the whole thing they trying to tie him into the White Wolf. That's a whole nother fucking story.
That's what I was going to say. Was that they were going to?
That's what I'm saying. I understand where they're going with the MCU. I just don't like the choice.
Because I can't think. I always get that dude's name mixed up, but I think that's going to be like the next like main villain for Black Panther. It's not going to be that Submariner or
Submariner.
Yeah, Submariner.
I doubt that because he was a hero. I don't really think they're gonna make him.
He was a hero and a villain.
He's an anti-hero. Yeah, he
was a little bit of both. He played both sides at one point.
Yeah, he's like a Loki, but he'll side if something is not on his, if it doesn't benefit him.
Yeah, first of all, he's royalty.
Right, and so he's
the king of Atlantis.
So. Yeah. So the thing of it is that I think that they're going to need something, and that gives them a chance. Plus the fact that if they got the ties with if you do the deal with Sony or whatever, they could bring in somebody like what's that dude's name that Spider-Man's one of his big villains, the dude Kraven.
Kraven.
They could bring Kraven in. That also can implement that. I think that's where
they are tying Kraven in with Wakanda, so
yeah, so that can have a good tie-in. Plus the fact that could even have the tie-in for when they eventually bring the X-Men, where you bring Storm and with that. There's a whole bunch of tie-ins.
Right. There's a lot of stuff they can tie in.
Also, right?
Yeah, right.
He becomes an Avenger.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah, I know. So that's what I'm saying. Like there's all different types of tie-in, but I have to agree with Savage on that. I think that they got special plans for Bucky to go on to kind of tread the line, and if he had the shield, then he would be kind of like the next person that leads the Avengers, or people would want to maybe think that he would take that mantle. But when you have Falcon, you kind of see that somebody else can go ahead and take that mantle, maybe Spider-Man or
right.
Somebody else, Captain Marvel, somebody else of that name, that ilk. But it I think it's cool that the shield is with him, and I hope that and whoever, I don't know who said that, but where the tie-ins where they can go in with the show, because it is a show that maybe Captain America did have Bucky have the shield at one particular time, and then it just became too overwhelming and something he needed to give he realized that it was too much of a burden for Bucky. And then that's when he gave it to Falcon. So I don't know, man. I by this point, whatever Marvel does, I'm all with it, because they know that they know their fan base, and they have a strategy, and that's right. That's the one thing about it that can't be knocked. We'll see how it plays out.
Yeah, that's why I was like, they'll build up on that. They'll build up on that on Falcon having on the shield. I feel like like Marvel can sell anything that they want to. They can sell sand on the beach. They can freaking sell drugs to a pharmacist. They can do anything, honestly, and they'll be almost all right.
I said
exactly.
A good story about it.
Yeah, just like me personally, though, I'd almost rather, like you said, Bucky or like them had Captain America had a daughter, and then she just take the mantle like that. But if they chose Falcon, it had to be for a reason.
But
Captain
Flip has a
America.
point. Flip had a point. He said, Marvel takes the characters and makes stories, and everybody that's all $2.7 billion worth of people that went to go see the Avengers Infinity War, they're not comic book heads.
They make it for the casual.
Yeah, but what you do is you take a character like the Hulk or Iron Man, and you can't make it for comic book heads. You want the general public to be able to get into your movie, sit down, have a good time, and leave. And that's why they're winning. Because they can take a movie, we hardcore in here. We can go, what people listening to right now, what we're talking about, a lot of people don't know that. And if you're not old enough, you damn sure ain't gonna know it. So what they're doing is they taking these characters. You always got the hardcore. Oh, that didn't happen in the comic book, but they're not making it just for you. They're making it for everyone.
And
you know what?
That's why those movies are so successful. Is because they're making it for everybody.
And on that note, that's the reason why DC movie is not popping because they're
That ain't true. I Flip. That ain't true because they made Aquaman straight out the comic book and it was a hit.
But that was.
I'm just saying.
It was a build-up. It was a build-up.
I'm just saying they did it. It happened.
Other than that movie, all them other movies that cater to the hardcore, people don't understand that.
Right. They don't.
I don't know how they did it with Aquaman. I don't know how they did it. It was a fluke or something, but it did what it did. That's all I can say.
You gotta look like
no
Batman
Wonder Woman wasn't
right?
all the way on point as far as
it wasn't. Yeah, Wonder Woman wasn't on point at all. I don't even like that movie. Sorry, K Mega.
Oh, man.
But
I ain't going that far, but it wasn't on point with the Wonder Woman story, but it was still a good fucking movie.
It was okay. I don't think it was. I think it was overhyped.
I mean, they hit the basics.
Yeah, that's what it did. I got a question for the panel. Who was the dude sniffing that gas? Nobody know the answer, and we all hardcore. Nobody knows who that guy was. We all thought it was what's his name again? What's the villain name, man, in the movie Wonder Woman?
What's Steppenwolf? Steppenwolf.
No. In Wonder Woman.
Oh.
Fuck.
The god of
Ares.
Everybody thought when he sniffed that grenade of gas and that thing rippled through his head, we thought that was Ares.
Yeah.
Nobody knows who that guy was. Sorry.
Well, he was just a Nazi, basically.
Yeah, but no. He wasn't no regular Nazi. That gas was killing people. He
Yeah.
sniffed it like cocaine. I'm sorry. Nah. Go ahead. My bad.
Right, he was an E-level character. That's he probably all the way down the chain.
Yeah, man. When you confuse the hardcore, there's a problem.
Yeah.
We supposed to know everything.
Right.
Nobody know that answer. Nobody.
I mean, they had to trick us out on that one.
Yeah, you got me on that one.
Hey, so anybody else interested in that Falcon and Winter Soldier?
Man, I'm trying to see Howard the Duck.
Man, that show gonna be epic, man. It's
I'm
gonna
trying to see Howard the Duck fuck Winter Soldier.
See Howard the Duck with his bunch of nudie magazine that he had.
Okay, well let's go ahead with the build up, man. What y'all think about the Eternals? I know y'all seen the panel and how they went diverse.
Man,
they changed some
I'm
of the.
surprised you ain't going to the topic that Flip will go crazy about.
I'm sorry. I know a lot of people like Angelina Jolie, but I cannot stand her. So it's just one of those things.
Hold on.
It don't matter. I don't care if I don't like
Chuck, I gotta say this. If Angelina Jolie's in all her movies, do y'all even notice that she speak or talk? To me, it sounds like she's a mute. Like
she's kind of more like the John Wick version.
Yeah, she don't. I swear to God, I'm not playing, y'all. I swear, in every movie I watch, it's like she don't really talk.
She talked in Tomb Raider.
No, she really talked in that.
She talked in Tomb Raider, and look at how well that movie did.
She really talked in that.
Those movies was good. I'm sorry.
Those movies did not do well, though.
They didn't do well, but they was good.
And I'm not saying that. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that I don't like Angelina Jolie. I'm just saying in the movie that she played in, I don't even. How come I never remember her any of her lines in any movie? Only movie I remember her saying something it was Brad Pitt when she called Brad Pitt you pussy.
That was
Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
only
That was
damn
a good movie
thing
too.
No,
That was a
I
good
like
movie
that
too.
movie. I do
And I
like
like
that movie.
And I like that movie. That's the only thing I remember her saying.
you didn't like her in Wanted. You didn't like her in Wanted. I thought
Ain't
that
say
was
nothing
really
Wanted.
good.
Wanted
Ain't
was
say nothing
awesome too.
Wanted.
Another
Yeah,
comic
Waffle.
book movie.
I mean,
Awesome movie.
and Magnificent was good too.
Magnificent. Yeah.
Good, but she ain't say that
What
much
you
in
wanted
that
to be talking like Dragon Ball Z or some shit 10 minutes before they fight? Nah, man. Nah, you get down to the point.
She don't say
That's
nothing.
her style, man.
I'm like, hold on, why don't
Oh man, you can't hit on her, man.
You know what?
She
I
the
hate
truth.
on her, but she don't talk.
Angelina Jolie the truth.
I'm just waiting for the Scarlet Witch one on the Disney Channel.
Man, the only
I
thing that's
don't
true about
like
Angelina
WandaVision,
Jolie
don't
is her
like the
lips.
story.
One
Yeah,
division.
I don't like the name of it, but I
Yeah.
like Scarlet Witch
Angelina
one.
Kinda
Jolie
corny.
gonna turn into a prune. She needs, you know what I'm saying? That was what I'm talking about. Turn into
Oh,
a
shit.
motherfucking prune. She
I'm
white.
done. I'm done.
New days is over with. You know what I'm saying?
The hater of white
Talking
women.
about Comic
Nah,
Con.
it ain't nothing about a white woman. She's keeping it real. She look just like the Queen of England. Now,
Oh man, but
she
still though,
look like
Bounty.
she
Like the Queen
malnutrition.
of England now. I'm
But
telling
She
you
you.
don't
does.
think she'll be a good
She
Eternal
she's
then? You don't think
She
she'll be a
ain't
good Eternal?
physically fit right now. That lady skinny as fuck.
Yeah, she is. She's sickly skinny.
She's sick.
Yeah.
I haven't seen. I don't remember her being really even like thick like that. Like
No,
she always
no.
kind of
When
looked
she played Tomb
somewhat.
Raider, she had some type of weight, some type of size.
Yeah, that's not the biggest
It
I've
ain't got
seen
that
her.
no more. That means you getting old.
That's not the
No,
biggest I've
she's
seen
not
her.
getting old. 100. Hold on. No, you're going hard. She
Little
just
House
had
on the
breast
Prairie
cancer.
type of shit.
She just had breast cancer. Chill out, 100.
Yes,
She
she
just had
did.
breast cancer. Chill
I ain't
out,
saying
man.
she is, but no, I'm not saying
Come
she
on,
looking
man.
like I'm not bad. I'm talking about this what it is. If I
No,
had
but she
cancer
was
and I
sick,
look like
man.
I am,
She just
I'm gonna tell
had breast cancer.
But
Come on, man.
I'm talking about fitting a character, Mike. It's other characters out there. She don't need to just her name. She need to take care of herself and her well-being.
Damn.
She still got to make money, dude. She still got to
She
work.
got money. She got money over here.
She might like to work, though. She likes to work.
She got money from film and she got bread money.
She ain't broke.
She got money. She's a director. You know that.
She
right
don't even
there.
live in.
Yeah,
She don't even live in the United States.
She likes to work, though.
What that got to do with the Eternals?
Tax-free money.
What they got to do with the Eternals?
I can't wait for that.
It's my bad because I brought up that I didn't like Angelina
You know what the
Jolie.
Eternals you should do with the
Yeah, this is
Eternals?
all your fault,
Bring me
dog.
a whole new cast like you did with. Give me a whole new cast. You don't have to put her in there. Give me some young people. Give me some people that's up and coming.
Well, she is playing Thena in
They had a little girl in the Eternals. They had
Eternals.
some black dude kind of look a little like I forgot that musician name, but he kind of favored that musician.
And the Hawaiian or
I thought that was
Japanese,
T-Pain.
Chinese guy is supposed to be the bad guy or something like that, playing the bad guy.
That's that what I'm gonna be. No, I'm just saying like the Eternals, man. The cast they had on I mean,
you talking
I
about
understand
Brian
that
Tyree
some people
Henry?
don't like Angelina Jolie.
Yeah,
What about the rest of the cast?
I've been talking and now I had my mic. I had my mic off.
Oh,
Anyway,
You didn't miss nothing, came
We all do it. Don't feel bad. We all do it. We all do it. Don't even feel bad.
This is why you gentlemen are wrong. All of you are wrong.
Oh,
here we go from the commercial watcher.
Who gave K Mega a big head?
Kill him, K Mega. Kill him.
This is
Go
why
ahead,
y'all are wrong,
Saban.
because everybody's all focused on Angelina Jolie, which she can act her ass off. She's a good actress. She did just come off of surviving cancer, breast cancer, and that's why she's so thin, and she's got to get in shape and do all the other things she got to do. So she got to get strong. But ain't nobody on this panel said anything about Selma Hayek. Y'all are frauds. What's going on here? That right there is the winner of the
What are you talking about? Selma Hayek is a Latina goddess.
I ain't got a problem with Selma
Alright?
Hayek.
You know why we
Selma
didn't
Hayek is
talk
a
about Selma
Latina
Hayek?
goddess.
Because
goddess.
But hold on, you know why we didn't get to that? Because Dark started this Angelina Jolie
I
crap.
did.
And everybody kept destroying this lady.
What? You said shit about Angelina
It's
Jolie?
his fault. It's his
Way to
fault.
go,
100 was damn near discrediting her and didn't even know she had breast cancer.
I know.
I ain't discredited her. I just said that she looked like a prune.
You did say
I
that.
already know. I just said the last movies I see her. It's Tina the Next Room. I don't go read. I didn't know.
And go practice on Madden before I
You
beat
wasn't going to hell. You definitely sealed
I
the
would
deal
say
with
y'all
that
want to
comment.
jump on me like I knew something. No, I ain't know
but I'm
these.
saying,
I ain't up into all these celebrity lives.
We're trying to stop.
They celebrities.
But you kept going. You kept going.
Yeah,
That's
just,
right.
sometimes you gotta just leave it alone. Hey, so what about the rest of the cast though? Then, Bone? Anybody else that you feel any passionate about?
I ain't passionate about nothing, man. They throw out the internal. I'm gonna keep it real. Like
Shout out to Mr. Tusay.
I don't know nothing about the Eternals.
Just don't say nothing, Bone. Just don't say nothing.
I don't know nothing about the Eternals.
Plead the
All
fifth
right.
for anything that may incriminate.
J-Dub.
I don't know nothing about
Since your mic was muted, then K-Mega. So what about you? Is you intrigued about seeing the Eternals?
Very, because this is the thing about it. A lot of people don't know very much about the Eternals. That's for the hardcore of the hardcore. So,
because I don't know nothing.
I don't either.
I do. I know a
already
lot about the Eternals, and what I read about this movie. I'm not with.
Hey, Maggie, your mic just went mute. We can't hear you. Your
I
mic
know.
just went mute.
Okay, yeah, I just see. All right, but anyway, the one thing about it is that look, it's that this is a very unique looking class. Just for the fact that the oldest character that's going to be in the movie is a young little girl, and she's got that she's going to act that role. That's intriguing to me. The fact that you got these other characters that you got like the comedian. Indian guy, he's going to be some kind of comic relief, and I don't know what character that he's going to portray as.
He plays Kingo.
Okay, but the thing of it is, to me, is that it's got to have some tie-in definitely with Captain Marvel and all that intergalactic stuff that's going on.
No, they got to deal with Thanos.
Well, I understand this that the Eternals, those big ass entities, and then when
that's like I explain it to you when you get finished. I'll wait till you get finished.
All right.
Yeah, because I want to hear Savage what he knows about it.
Shit
So
better not
it's
be
saying-
like
Shut up, Bone.
That one's right there.
that shit better not be no Inhuman shit.
All right.
No,
but this is the thing for me is that the cast looks very unique. It's different. That's why I was saying it intrigues me because I don't know that much about it. Sounds like a lot of people on the panel don't really know that much about it. And this is where the hardcore of the hardcore knows about it. And we'll see how they direct this, how they push that, because I think the phase 4 is really going to dictate of how far they can go and how deep they can go into the universe without having people feel alienated. They haven't had that issue yet because of the fact that there was familiar characters, but this is a whole nother animal. And you know what I'm saying? And that's why it makes me really intrigued to see what they're going to do with this, because I want to get it, because once I see this and then I see that movie and when it comes out, I'm definitely going to find out more about the lore and see if it stayed on point. And then, of course, you have everybody on YouTube and everywhere on social media that will chop up every little thing that they did wrong or what they did right. So I'm excited about it. And then,
Mega, it's going to be the same thing when
for the win.
People didn't know what the Guardians of the Galaxy was. Came out,
It's
big
true.
hit.
Yeah.
Big hit.
That was probably
Right
the
cast.
biggest surprise in filmmaking period. Like, people were like, there's no way this movie could ever be made, there's no way that this movie could ever work, and then all of a sudden they came out with Guardians of the Galaxy and they blew everybody away.
I think y'all wrong, because
Yo.
my 13-year-old son know about the Guardians of the Galaxy before he even came out. He knew about the Guardians ain't that they
All right.
you put them on
Your
Bone,
13-year-old son and
Bone.
probably like 500
yeah,
other
but the
people.
Guardians is known just like the fact that I put them up there with the Fantastic Four.
They not there.
No,
Okay, Bone.
no.
Bone, listen to me. Listen to me.
No
Bone.
way.
Bone.
No, Guardians of the Galaxy was not well known like that.
Please listen to me, Bone.
All right, I'm gonna be
The
quiet.
Guardians got reintroduced in their age, so yeah, it's a possibility that he know more about the Guardians of the Galaxy because they just got recently reintroduced.
Yeah, but I'm talking about before he knew something about it, because people was talking about it.
Bone, you're not listening to me.
Stuff like that.
You're not fucking listening at all.
Savage be coming on this damn
We're
show.
talking about other people, Bone.
I don't know why y'all thought
we
they
all
was so
understand. So instead of keep continuing on that, say Savage, please tell everybody how important
how
The
The Eternals is?
Eternals.
All right,
Because
check this out.
we gotta get this
All right,
right.
I'm about to explain to y'all as much as I can explain. All
All
right,
right.
the
I'll give
Eternals.
you 2 minutes.
All right, I'm about to run it. The Eternals came from the Celestials created life on Earth. The life on Earth that they created was the Eternals and the it's another race. The Thanos is mixed with both of these races. The Eternals and the Demi. Flip, what's the other one?
He don't remember right now.
Flip when it gets
Flip ain't even.
All right, it's
Yeah.
another
The
race. No, it's not the Celestials. The Celestials are basically gods. The Celestials created life on Earth, and the people that was on Earth, they moved to Titan. The
Right.
two races, the Eternals and the other race.
Wrong.
It ain't the Inhumans, right?
No, it's not the
No.
Inhumans. The Inhumans, you just wait till I finish. All right, these people, all the people who didn't have superpowers or anything, if they wasn't advanced as the rest, they left them on Earth, and those were the ones known as humans, the regular humans. On their journey to Titan, the more people that were born that were useless to their society, they basically got rid of, which we know them as the Inhumans because they all ended up on the moon.
Mhm.
The Eternals made it to Titan, which this movie gonna be based around mostly that in when Thanos' childhood. When Thanos grew up, he killed damn near all of the Eternals.
Yeah, because his parents was he killed his
He
his
he
mom.
killed
Yeah.
the whole planet.
Yeah, the whole planet. Yeah, killed his mom and shit first. I thought. Yeah.
Yeah, he started with his mom, then he killed the rest of the planet because the deviants, that was the other race. He didn't come out looking like an Eternal, he came out looking like a deviant, so they shunned him from childhood.
Right, that chin.
No, his whole purple skin, like the
I'm
actual
back.
Eternals look human.
I'm back.
Yeah, the Eternals
I'm
look
back.
human.
I'm back.
Right. So once they and then on top of that, they are the creators of the mutants. That's how the X gene come about
Right.
because of the people that was regular humans still
They
had DNA.
yeah, the one, the regular humans, you know what I'm saying, their powers didn't kick in, and later on the X gene kicked in, which that was another story told in the X-Men with Apocalypse. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna touch on that, but
So in the Infinity movie, they should have killed Thanos as a baby. Is what you're saying?
Yeah, they could have stayed Titan.
They should have just killed him as a baby.
yeah, they basically should have went back in time to when he was born and killed him. That probably been the best thing for everybody.
Oh God, he's a problem.
He probably been a.
So keep going, Savage. What you were talking about?
So basically what I'm saying is they have to tell the story of the Eternals because that's how you actually get the background of Thanos. With the story of the Eternals, that's how you get the background of the mutants and the Inhumans. Like, this is a story that need to be told, but with the stuff that I was reading about, they seem like the MCU putting the Eternals and the Celestials as the same beings, and they never were, because they made Ego an Eternal and Ego was a Celestial.
So Savage, what you're saying is this actually, from your theory, this could be the way that they introduce the
This is the way they can
X-Men
introduce
into
X-Men and
the
Inhumans,
Marvel, yeah.
Right.
That's why
all of that into the Marvel universe.
Mutants.
What I missed?
Oreo, come here.
Hey, what you think about the Eternals then, Flip?
Yo, can y'all
Yeah,
hear
he
me?
was talking about.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we can hear you.
so Savage was basically talking about the Eternals, their story.
Breakdown
No,
of
I hear what was going on. What happened?
No,
Savage was just breaking down what the Eternals, the story of the Eternals, or at least part of it.
Talk about the Deviant and the Titan.
Yeah, he
Uh-huh.
he knows.
Oh, now you come in out late and stuff saying the right stuff that we were trying to figure out.
Oh, I wasn't on
I
the
know.
I said hold on. I said hold on.
What kind of shit is
hold
that?
on.
Yeah, I know.
I'm sorry.
So what do you think about the Eternals?
Oh no, I'm gonna watch it. I want to see how they're gonna play this story out. Like, how far they gonna go back? Are they gonna actually show you like you know how the X-Men start off? How they say the mutant genes mutated every so 1,000 years or whatever. I want to know if they're gonna go that far back to show the human beings leaving Earth and going to going to Titan, which is what's that? The planet around, I think, what's that? Jupiter?
It's a moon of Saturn.
The moon of Saturn, or one of them planets or whatever. I want to know if they're going to talk about that and show you
I
how
played
the
Destiny
creation of
every
the
day. I
kid
know.
came about. You know what I'm saying, huh?
I played Destiny every day. I know.
Be right.
And actually, and what I'm reading right now is that Akiris, and the Eternals came into conflict with the immortal mutant Apocalypse centuries ago. So, and he was the first mutant.
Yeah.
So that's a perfect theory right there. Is that's how they can introduce the X-Men, is by that connection through the Eternals.
Right,
And then through Apocalypse.
But hey, check this out. Kevin Feige, you know what I'm saying? He purposely like say little things, you know what I'm saying, leave Easter eggs. When he said in Phase 5, you know, he said mutants. He didn't say X-Men. He wanted to introduce the mutants. So
and that moon is on Saturn.
Deadpool, you got
with
like
Saturn. I know it was on one of them.
right. Speak about that. Let's move like
Y'all ain't hear me, man. I be knowing. I told you I play Destiny every day. I know what Titan is.
Oh shit.
Wow.
Don't do that.
Wow.
Plays a trash ass game and thinks he knows about Titan.
No.
Wow. Nasty, nasty.
Hey, you want to play?
Hey, I'm cracking jokes, but you're trying to be funny. I get on your ass, boy.
There you go.
Hey, what y'all think about WandaVision tying in with Doctor Strange?
I think that's cool. I like the fact that they're doing this for characters. I don't think that could actually really hit it big in the box office solo.
Yeah,
I think that it's great to bring in those characters. It's just like with the Hulk, for instance, right? Everybody wants the Hulk, but we've already had 2 iterations of the Hulk, and they haven't did. And even though I love the last Hulk that came out, but it just seems like, to make it just to have them as an individual film with certain characters, that's just like if you had Hawkeye with a solo film. That ain't gonna be too dope. You know what I'm saying? That the movie might be dope, but it ain't gonna.
That's why they're doing a TV show.
The last Hulk was a success in the box office.
Hey, that's a whole nother story we'll have with that movie. But hey, with WandaVision, what you think about what you like fan theory? Like, what do you think that like me personally? I'm gonna say
I'm hoping WandaVision is the way they introduce the mutant.
Yeah, I think I want to see that, and I want to see
what is WandaVision?
WandaVision.
Scarlet Witch.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I didn't know y'all called her WandaVision. I'll just know it's Scarlet Witch, and I love Scarlet Witch.
So she, so I'm thinking that she should come out with a little story where she go from like missing the vision so much that she create alternate realities and stuff like that, and that's when, you know what I'm saying, where Nightmare come there. Then you got Doctor Strange, and they could tie it in with Doctor Strange because he's going through the multiverse.
I was gonna say something with the multiverse,
on WandaVision, because they said they're gonna go crazy on this here. So, K-Mac, what kind of fan theory you would like to see in WandaVision that could lead to Doctor Strange?
Well, I mean,
feeling like I think.
I like the way that you thought about that, because for me it's like I said, I like that they're being smart by taking these characters that couldn't do really well in the box office solo, and then they do it into a show, or they make add 2 people together or 3 people even, and then they go that route to where that could be good filler for answers that need to be answered in movies for the big budget movies that they're going to be doing. So I think that, especially with the stuff going tie in with the multiverse. I haven't seen Spider-Man yet. I'm planning on trying to catch it out this weekend.
Really? So it's a good movie, but it don't matter.
Yeah, but I definitely want to check it out. But there's just so many tie-ins with everything, and you got to keep up. And that's the one thing. If you miss one of these damn movies, you get lost. So I'm definitely going to have to be watching a lot of TV. That's all I know. I can say.
That's what's up. So Dog Artemis, what about you? What about WandaVision tying into Loki? What fan theory that you think what you would like to see in there to lead from WandaVision to Doctor Strange?
I don't understand the question.
Like, what you would like to see out of the WandaVision? Like, what type of story that storyline you would like to see, or what's direction that you would like to see the show go in or is you actually interested in WandaVision? Actually got something to do with Doctor Strange with the multiverse of madness or something.
I think if they go in like how they're doing with Doctor Strange, going in more of a darker tone with that movie, I think if they do that with WandaVision, I think it'd be actually kind of cool, because Scarlet Witch is kind of she's kind of a little badass herself, like.
Thank you. Nobody on my side. Thank you.
And so is Vision. Like Vision's pretty badass too. Like even in the comic, but he I don't know how they're gonna play this, because I mean he is dead in the movie. So I mean I don't know how they're gonna have him come back somehow. I mean I don't because I mean it's supposed to be because I know it's supposed to be in between Civil War and Infinity War. So
I figured out how they might bring her back. She might find the stone after they've been disbanded. I know they're supposed to be destroyed, but she might find the stone, the witch, and along with Strange, and then bring it back and put it in his body, and it might rejuvenate him. I mean, it can happen like that.
You can't destroy them stones.
Right. Say,
not destroyed.
Say, Dark Adam.
You're right.
You cannot. It's impossible to destroy them stones.
They just dissipate, but they come back together. Yeah.
Yeah. You heard me, Dark Adam?
What's up?
I said, do you know how OP Scarlet Witch is?
Oh yeah.
Like, so you know that she could actually warp reality, where she could do whatever she wants. Basically,
yeah, she can. She's a little badass, and a lot of people don't realize like how badass she is, because they just see her from the movies, and she really hasn't done much to her potential of what she can actually do. So I'd like to see what they do.
Thanos got tired of her,
and the fact she was the only one able to crush that stone.
Yeah, but I mean they really haven't seen like.
I mean they never. Yeah, I know what you're saying. They haven't displayed her full power.
Yeah,
I understand it.
No, they wasn't going to do that anyway.
That's what the show's supposed to do. They said they're gonna go.
Yeah, but see, this what I want to see out of that.
Yeah, but
how they can explain a lot of stuff, and they just need to go through one comic book series, The House of M.
She can't fly, but she's more powerful than Captain Marvel. Scarlet's more powerful than Captain Marvel to me.
The House of M may explain everything. Even the fact they can even go back to when Quicksilver died and put Magneto in the crowd, and he the one that sent the shrapnel through his chest.
What?
That would be kind of interesting, actually.
Yeah, because Magneto was the one.
Because Magneto, that one that actually killed Quicksilver in the comic.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
So you're trying to say Magneto might have been in the background of all of this?
This the thing. Think about this. At the beginning of the X-Men, what was the first thing they said? They've been in hiding the whole time.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
The mutants been in hiding the whole time. They can actually play that like that. They can actually put that in the MCU. The mutants been there the whole time, because other stuff was going on. Just think about it. When in that what Civil War, was that Civil War when the lady told Tony Stark, like, y'all out here doing all this stuff and y'all not paying attention to the other people that's around, that y'all is getting killed.
That was
yeah. Tomorrow with the old girl, but how to get away with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I think they killed off Quicksilver way too quick in the Marvel universe. I mean, they could probably bring him back. I mean, they do it all the time, so they probably will do it. But I just think that they killed him off way too quick.
I just think it was interesting how they both using the same character.
Can I ask the panel a question? Which one is deeper? I know already, but I want to ask y'all: Marvel or DC?
No, the question ain't going left.
I know, but I had to ask. Y'all got me curious. Which is deeper, Marvel or DC?
Left.
Going left.
That's left.
Me personally, I grew up with more Marvel stuff, so I have a more of a bias towards Marvel than I do DC, because I grew up reading more Marvel stuff than I did anything else. So I mean, I would definitely go with Marvel, but I mean,
it's
DC
not really more of a bias. It's more that you just know one thing more than the other.
Well, I mean, I gravitate towards Marvel more than I do DC. I just like the characters more. I like the writing more. I don't know what it is. It's just something I like more about those comics.
And that's why they're able
Look,
to
I'm gonna
carry
put it
that
like this.
string
I'm
to
gonna put it like this.
2022.
As a straight comic fan, is neither one of them better.
No, it wasn't about as better as it was more about which one is
I'm talking about like
deeper.
you talking about like deeper stories. They're
Right.
like neither both of them about
Neither
the
one.
same.
Yeah, they go as in depth as it possibly fucking can get.
I think DC kind of goes a little bit deeper because they really they kind of touch on like a lot
I mean,
of stuff
this
that Marvel
this the
hasn't.
point that I'm getting at. You can't tell a Marvel fan that the Marvel story is not deeper than DC's, and you can't
Right.
tell a DC fan that.
But that's the thing
Vice
with
versa.
DC. I think they've gone into some really dark places with
But
their
I'm
comics.
saying DC's
Punisher.
no.
DC
that's
been
like
going into dark places, man.
that's
DC
that's like DC's forte.
Yeah, they already
Okay.
know that. They know
Now my
that.
point is that because of Comic-Con, you saw the timelines that they were putting up there on all the things that were showing. I don't ever see no lines like that for DC. Marvel always
you wasn't,
has
you
that.
wasn't in a part. You wasn't in here earlier when we broke that down.
Let's just say
Past that.
DC's kind of like the Apple of comic books. Okay, they try to keep things under wraps. That's what they try to do. They don't let anybody know what's going on, what their next movie is. They don't let anybody know anything. They just kind of keep it all hush hush hush.
Right. Hey, y'all know what about Monica Rambeau appearing in WandaVision?
That was dope.
Yeah. When I say, I mean, to me, she had a little bit too much spunk, but I still like her vibe she put out. It was all warm and welcome.
I still want to see an Adam Warlock movie. Hashtag bring Adam Warlock movie out.
You want to see Adam Warlock?
With the Infinity Stone.
Yeah.
No, he was the next person who had it. This the next person that would have had it that protected it.
Good night.
Yeah. So what about Monica Rambeau? And hey, me personally, I think that Black Widow movie could have came before Endgame, and it could have been that place where Captain Marvel was at. But I digress on that one.
I think they're setting up for a character with that.
Yeah, they're showing where a character came from. It's going to be like a prequel.
I think, well, yeah, it's a prequel, but I think that it's setting things up for something else. I think
for another character.
The next Black Widow.
They're placing something. And look, I don't see Scarlett Johansson just being wiped out like that. So there's some kind of tie-in somewhere. There's a reason why they're doing this movie at this.
Hey, you know,
on,
Black Widow was cloned in the comic books, right?
Yeah, they don't know that. They don't know that. Yeah. Hold on.
You said she was cloned.
Yeah, she was a clone.
Really?
There's more than one.
It's most
Yeah, but in this movie, there's supposed to be a girl playing her sister in this show for Black Widow. Did you see that?
I'm just talking about the comic book. I'm not talking about the.
Yeah, but on a movie, they not real sisters. They just was in a real situation together for their whole life. And all of them call themselves Black Widow.
They placated her like she was a sister when they were talking about it.
I like how it is. Like,
right?
I like how Marvel does it though. It's like they really kind of don't really hint on too much stuff from the comic books, because it's like there's some stuff in the comic book that they won't say nothing about until like it's actual time for that, for it to be what's the word, like for it until it's time to really do so to speak. So yeah, like the cloning thing is like, oh yeah, that was just a clone. Here comes another Black Widow type stuff. So like I like how they do that. They kind of have a back arsenal. They have like a.
They're gonna take away the whole feeling though, because you can't never, get mostly attached to it. Like, oh, they're just gonna clone another one. Like, you know what I'm saying? You lose the emotional attachment to it. So I don't like the clone.
And like I said, that's kind of more on that. It depends how they
No, I'm
explain
saying
it,
like
how to
I
deal
was
with
just
it.
saying the
Yeah, I
fact
know
that she was cloned in the comic book is the fact of they could just use somebody else like as that we instead of did cloning, we just did some we raised children, a whole bunch of little girls and trained them to be spies.
Hey, Savage, isn't Black Widow and eventually the guy, the Arrow guy, I forget his Hawkeye, don't they actually become friends before the Avengers?
Yeah.
So they're gonna actually
Yeah.
implement him
They-
somewhere in this show.
They might.
They was teaming up with each other before they was even heroes.
Right.
When they was villains.
Right. Because remember, he was a villain in one of the series for the Tesseract.
Yeah,
if I remember correctly.
That was more so because he was mind controlled. That wasn't willingly.
Yeah, but that was just a wink up to the hardcores like an Easter egg. So, hey, Runaway Dragon, man, check this out about the Black Widow movie. I heard it's brutal, like John Wick. I mean, what do you think about the direction that they're going? You interested in the Black Widow movie?
I'm very interested in it. I want to see where it lands in a time frame. I don't know if it's really a prequel or is it after.
It's gotta be a prequel.
It looks like it's after Infinity War because she has long hair in it and it's red.
Yeah, I think it's after Winter Soldier.
Yeah, it's after Winter Soldier.
I think they don't do it after Winter Soldier.
Really?
But I'm very interested in it, man. I mean, this is her last hurrah, so I hope it's like John Wick 3 in terms of action. Don't have to have the brutality, but you know her fight scenes in all the Avenger movies is excellent anyway. Especially the scene in the hallway when she's taking on all those dudes with that little rope. That was gangster. That was gangster. That's very memorable. So I'm very looking forward to that. Very looking forward to it.
Yeah. I can't wait to see the fight scene when they were talking about with her and her sister. And she walked in the door and she said, "You know, I know you're here." And she said, "I know that you do." And then they went at each other. Both sisters grabbed each other's gun and took the other gun out of each other's hand and had each other gun. Then they looked at each other's gun and did it again. And they took each other's gun back. And then they started fighting and got to kicking and grabbing, throwing each other, like John Wick brutality fighting, like boom, boom, boom.
And so Black Widow, the movie is set after the event of Captain America: Civil War.
Oh, after Civil War. Okay.
Oh, wow.
But you know what impressed me is about her character. We know these people are not martial artists. We know these people, you know, they're just regular actors. Some of them. It's good to see how they portray her character with the acrobat. You know how she's so, you know, just her moves in general. It's good how they got her character. She looks amazing when she's doing these moves. At the end of the day,
You can say she's limber.
I guess you wanted to say that, but I didn't want to say that. Yeah, but it's just amazing how they take these average actors and actresses and make them look like they know how to fight. I mean, yeah, they do train them, but you still don't know how to fight. You can be trained all you want. We see boxers get knocked out all the time. They train
yeah.
But it looks good on camera, so it makes you want to watch her character kick some ass. So I'm looking forward to that. Even the scene with the Russians when they had her tied up in the chair. That was gangster.
That was
real Tom Cruise shit.
I'll be there in a minute. Let me take care of this. She was gone.
Right. It's awesome how they got her character. So that's why I'm excited
And the
about
one in the hallway. Can't forget about the one in the hallway.
Yeah, that's the one with the string.
Yeah,
that's the one with the string. And that was awesome. So that's why I'm looking forward to it, man. Because the parts that she get in all the Marvel movies is like, damn, now you saw that fight scene? It's crazy.
I think what they might do in the movie is, they, like you said, they're going to put it after Civil War, but I think they might have some flashbacks of how she became who she is in the movie. That's what I think they might do.
They'll have flashbacks. They'll have things like, you know, it may not be flashbacks. They might have like a
momentum.
Started out where it kind of goes back to how she started out, and then it goes to like the, I guess, present day of that time frame.
So you get to know where she came from. Yeah.
Right. I mean, as long as they limit that shit, because I want to see where she came from, but don't focus solely on that. I want to see some John Wick shit. So
It doesn't seem like that's what they're gonna do because they're introducing the Red Guardian, who's played by David Harbour and stuff. So, I think they're kind of going after the stuff that happened after Civil War. So,
but it wouldn't be
think they'll
Marvel if
focus
it
more on
didn't
that.
have a story, Dark. So they got to have some type of story in there.
Yeah,
It's
they'll
not
build
all gonna be
up
action.
that story. Of course, they'll have something there, but it's not going to be focused on her backstory or anything.
Now I'm back.
Yeah, I think they need to focus on the combat because what she did in Civil War too, them fight scenes at the beginning when she was fighting and Falcon had helped out, that was memorable as well. Man, she got some good fight scenes. I want to see somebody put together clips with all the fight scenes, whatever like that. But
Is it just me? Did you notice in that timeline you didn't see any Guardians, and you didn't see any Wakanda stuff? You didn't see any of that.
Yeah, they explained why James Gunn wasn't going to do Guardians because he's finishing up Suicide Squad, so that's why there wasn't any Guardians in Phase 4.
Wow.
Yeah, Guardians Phase 5.
We got a way to go for that. Then. I
Yeah,
was looking
so
forward to the next Guardian.
I'm guessing Guardians will be in Phase 5.
Jesus, that's like years away then.
Yeah, it's quite a bit of ways away, but I think the
Phase 4 is the way they're doing it. Phase 4 is gonna be 2 years, so we're gonna get 5 movies in 2 years with a Spider-Man. So that's 6 movies. So that's gonna be like so we still gonna be good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I
but these
mean, like
actors
2
are
years
getting
from now, you'll
older.
see Phase 5.
They're getting older though. That's the thing.
Man, they don't you know acting keeps you young, man.
Oh boy.
Look at Tim Allen. That motherfucker still looks like he's like in his
Look at Bob Barker.
30s.
He's still around?
Bob Barker?
Yeah, Bob Barker's still around.
Wow.
Yeah, he still looks like he's like.
I got one for you that still look the same. Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, but y'all gotta understand this too. They got
Hey, Morgan
CG.
Freeman. He still look the same.
Yeah, but no. But think about it. They do CG very, very well. Look what they just
do.
did with Will Smith in that movie. They got him a young version of himself and looking at an old version of himself. It's possible they can do stuff. Technology didn't grown.
Yeah, but then you gotta ask yourself this question: is it even worth it? You know what I'm saying?
No, not for some stuff, not. But think about them Guardians ain't old. Only person that's old is Batista.
Yeah, he's the only one that's like older than everybody else.
But
Well,
shit, the wrestlers they work
They off some hyperpenizols and shit. So
they work until they shit. So
Yeah.
they in
So,
their 60s
but
anyway.
then the thing about it is he wears makeup anyway. He says it takes him 2 hours to get out of makeup. He got to sit in a sauna and have people peel that off of him.
Damn.
It's wearing a purple skin, so yeah.
So he had to sit in a sauna for 2 hours, and he said he's sitting there for an hour.
it's green,
and then people
Mega.
start coming in the sauna and start peeling it off of him.
Is it green? It's green and
Yeah, it's
purple.
green.
Yeah, he's green.
Green.
It's green and red, actually, sir.
Oh, okay. Well, excuse me.
Captain Correct.
Maybe you watching it on maybe you watched it on Cody. I don't know. It looked.
I don't watch
yeah,
shit on
purple
Cody,
man.
dude. What are you talking about? I don't watch that trash ass quality.
He watching Brody. That's what he watching. Brody.
You hear
Oh,
it?
Hey, look, who know about Shang-Chi? Because I mean,
that's what I was going to say.
I heard something about it from I listened to it something yesterday. It got something to do with the Mandarin or something, maybe.
Yeah, I know about
That's
the
his
real
dad
Mandarin,
the Mandarin could be his dad or something.
I hated
like that.
I hated how they did it in Iron Man 3. That kind of killed it.
Yeah,
That
Iron Man
kinda
3
killed
was
me.
terrible.
I was
Yeah,
like,
but you
wow.
know,
my man. They
you know what they can do.
I was even a kid. I was a
Hold on.
kid. I even said that sucks.
First of all, they buffooned a classic character with a drunk. That was an insult to the Mandarin. I could not believe that they did that.
But you know what they might do? They might say, okay,
that's the thing.
And then when we took that man's name, we know how infamous he is, and we used him.
And that's the thing with Ben Kingsley, like everybody was like, "Oh man, Ben Kingsley's the fucking Mandarin. That's
That
awesome."
was
Because like
awesome,
he
wasn't
was,
it?
because
Right.
he's a great actor, you
He's an
know.
award-winning
And then all of a
actor.
sudden we
That was
find
a
out that he's
slap in
like,
the face.
yeah, that he's just some
Drunk
drunk.
on
It's
camera
like, really?
playing games. Come on,
Come
man.
And then
Come
the
on.
real Mandarin was apparently fucking what's his name, Guy Pearce. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
You insulted Gandhi, you know? How do you insult Gandhi like that?
Oh, shit.
Right. Come on, man. That was a disrespect to the character.
But that's why they're doing it right now. But that's
Yeah.
the movie out of all the movies that I am the most excited for. Is that because they're bringing in some dope ass, Asian characters. It's going to be a lot of kung fu. It's gonna be play. Man, that shit's going to.
You talking about Shang-Chi?
Yeah, Shang-Chi. That's
gonna be
the
sick.
most. That's the most anticipated movie that I'm looking for out of all of them.
Man, you make it sound like a PlayStation exclusive.
Man, that bruh. Hey, man. Hey, greatness
Console Wars
awaits.
on this podcast. Come on.
Greatness awaits.
Actual greatness.
He getting his poniness on.
Yeah, greatness awaits. But I really think
Sony
I really-
probably make the rights to make that game.
I mean, who knows? Whatever. But this is just me because of the fact of the kung fu aspect
I love
of
martial arts. I can't.
Yeah, and they're using good people that's going to be behind it. I even heard that they were trying to bring in the guy that does Imp Man.
Oh, I know who he is. That man is bad.
That was a rumor.
Did he just call him Ip Man?
Ip Man, yeah, he plays
Ip
Man.
IP Man. It's
IP, son. It's not a word.
No, it's Ip Man. It's really Ip Man.
Wow.
No, they
It's
say
Ip Man.
Ip Man.
I'm very embarrassed for K Mega right now.
How you embarrassed for? That's what
Ip
they're
I
saying.
got all four movies.
This
Except
Ip
one
Man.
I'm missing.
Why y'all embarrassed? Listen, that's his real name, Ip Man.
Yeah, Ip Man.
Yeah, watch the movie. They call him Ip Man.
They just call it IP Man for short, man.
Yeah, but anyway, that's the
When you
thing.
trying to make people look down and make. Never mind.
Yeah.
Can't get no shorter than
The fellas
Ip Man.
on y'all, boy. Anyway. So, but no, that's the thing. But now I don't know if he'll get cast, but they said but that was the rumor that I heard on one of those YouTube shows, and I'm like, man, if they get him in there, then that's going to be insane.
Because he was awesome in Rogue One too.
Well,
Oh
man.
man.
But I haven't even seen Rogue One. I gotta see Rogue One. I haven't seen.
There's only one movie he wasn't awesome in. There's only one movie he wasn't awesome in.
You
Black
don't really
Mass.
got to.
What movie was that?
Blade 2. His part was short as hell.
It was
Yeah.
short.
Yo,
It
he
was
walked
short.
around.
They
You know,
fucked
he
him over
complained
with that
about that,
movie.
right? You know, he really beefed about that.
Yeah.
But he was young. He was young. But yeah, they didn't. Yeah, they didn't
They
give
did
him.
him dirty because I thought
They
he was
did
gonna
do
have
him
an ill fight scene. They did him dirty. Did my boy
I know.
Danny in
Like I was
dirty.
ready. Yeah, he got tore up by a walker, and that was it.
Yeah,
I was right
yeah.
on-
He was a
got tore
victim.
quick. Yeah, victim. Quick. Like damn. So anyway.
K Mega, Rogue One is on Netflix. I'm just letting you know.
I know. You know what? I haven't seen any other Star Wars
Rogue One.
except
Yo,
for.
mute your mic right now.
Yeah, no, that
K
one
Mega,
you don't
mute
have
your
to-
mic.
No,
Rogue One, I give it to you. You don't really got to see that one, but the rest, nah.
I haven't
Rogue
seen
One
any
is
of them
good.
except for the Force Awakens. That's the only one I've seen.
And I'm gonna
Yeah.
do Flip a favor. I'm gonna make
Well,
an
don't need to-
announcement.
you
Last
don't need to
Jedi
watch
he
no
was
more.
on
You
it, so you
don't
don't
need to
have
watch
that.
no more. You
I'm
don't
gonna
need
give
to watch
Flip
no more.
original DVD copies of
I
my
heard
movie.
Solo was good. I heard
Solo was okay.
Solo was
right.
actually pretty
Solo
good.
was
Solo
right.
was
It was
awesome.
right. It was. I ain't gonna
Solo
go that
was
far,
awesome.
but it was pretty good. It was pretty good.
It had the it had the Han Solo whole comedic, energetic movie feel. They did it right. Stop.
And I thought that, and I was
awesome.
going with the
I'm
critics
gonna
said
buy
when I
Battle
watched it. the
tomorrow.
first
This
time.
motherfucker like doing everything.
I'm gonna buy that battle arena. I mean, that's a battle arena. That battle.
So what do you think? So Lemon, what do you think about Battlefield Earth with John Travolta?
Oh God, don't even bring that
my
goddamn
God,
movie
you-
up.
That the
movie's
only
a
weird
classic.
person that Battlefield Earth.
You like
Battlefield
that
Earth was
That
the
movie was
bomb.
ass.
With
You like
aliens
that
and
movie
You
too.
ever read the book?
You like
and
that
you saw
movie
the
too.
movie and you thought the
Yeah, I
movie
like
was
that
it.
movie
good?
was
I liked it.
horrible.
You know.
Classic.
That
Hey,
movie was
hey,
horrible.
Chuck,
And
mute his mic, Chuck. Mute his mic.
hey, that
Fuck.
movie was classic.
I like
No,
that.
no, no,
Wait a
Mega.
minute.
Trash.
Yo,
That movie
No,
was
Mega.
trash.
he just like the movie. He just like the ass that was in the movie.
So
It looked like aliens in
hold on.
disco.
So I guess y'all both like. I guess both y'all like Mac and me too, huh?
No, if you said Waterworld, I've been like I'm all over it. I love Waterworld.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh
movie.
god.
Waterworld was a good movie.
You like that 90s bullshit fucking
I like Dancing with Wolves.
Mac and Me
Hey,
wasn't
that's
a good
Dancing
movie.
with
It was
Wolves was
funny as
Y'all
hell,
better
though.
tell me y'all don't like the
Great.
Guyver. Y'all better tell me y'all don't like
Oh,
the
yeah.
Guyver.
Oh,
Guyver.
Guyver.
There you
Not
go.
the real, not the live action though. The
No, I never
anime.
seen a lot.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
a lot
talking
of
about
anime.
the movie. The movie too.
No,
Yeah, with Jimmy Walker. Stop it. Mute your mic.
Oh man.
dog
Okay.
shit.
I
The
saw
guy
the
they got-
anime too,
Y'all
but I
sound
the
like the
guy that
Guyver.
they
Man,
got
y'all sound like the same people that watch Happy Feet by yourself.
the guy that they got playing the Mandarin is gonna be fucking badass. So
Who is he?
Tony Chu Wei Lung. He
Mhm.
played in he played in Infernal Affairs and Hero and if you've never seen Infernal Affairs, it's basically like The Departed, but in Japan.
Did you
It's
guys
fucking
see the
badass
trailer
movie.
for the next season of Flash
It's not in
from
English. no.
Comic-Con?
Hold
Did
on,
y'all
hold on,
see the
hold on,
Comic-Con?
hold on, Drake, man. Let
He said Heroes and he made me think about it.
Why are we going?
let him speak, man. Let him speak. Continue.
But what do you want me to continue on?
He was done.
Yeah, he's just playing the Mandarin.
I
He's
know.
playing the Mandarin, and it should be pretty good. I mean, he was in Infernal Affairs, and that movie was fucking great. I mean, the guy that they have playing he's like 57, so I mean, he's a perfect age for that character, and so.
But
It's
when
gonna
he
be good.
said Heroes, it's Comic-Con related because they showed the trailer for the new season of The Flash, and the guy that played
No, he played in Hero, not Heroes. He played in that Jet Li movie, Hero.
Okay, but I'm talking about
Gotta speak up a
Heroes
little
from
louder for his hearing aid.
Heroes. I know what you said. I saw Heroes.
shit.
I saw the one you talking about. I saw that one. I saw the Jet Li one. But when you said it, it made me remember what they showed at Comic-Con.
That's
No,
right.
you're right.
Man.
Yeah.
Tell him
You
that,
know?
man, put some respect on your name. Go ahead. Tell him.
Thank you.
Tell him, Dirk McGurk, put some respect on that.
Don't start no stuff with me, Flip.
Hey, I got a good one for y'all. What about the what ifs? Y'all seen the what if? It's supposed to be like mini series. Like they're gonna have like 8 episodes of they're gonna do like a what if of like Captain America, like Peggy Carter. We got the Super Soldier Serum.
Well, you guys,
and then they're gonna have like,
remember the What If comics though, right? Like
Right. I'm
those were
saying that
fucking crazy.
It better be a short 15-minute, 10-minute thing or what?
no, it's gonna be like one episode, like 145-minute show, and they're gonna be like what if. Then they might have like 8 episodes this season. And think about it, this is with Marvel Comics, though. I mean, the cartoon, the animation, so they more open to all characters. They still got all their rights to the animation.
So a Twilight version.
Yeah. So what if you would like to see? Would you like to see like a Spider-Man crossover?
Man, I want to see Punisher kill the universe.
Yeah, Marvel cartoons ain't better than DC.
So you don't want to see?
I want to see Deadpool kills the Marvel universe. That would be sick.
Yeah, Deadpool. Yeah, that'd be.
Deadpool versus.
I want to see Wolverine kill the universe.
I want to see Blade kill all the humans.
Oh man, Mahershala Ali playing Blade.
I just want to see
Yeah.
destroying everything. Just show me Galactus destroying
Nah,
everything.
Mahershala Ali is a great actor, man.
He's a great actor.
He's the whole universe.
He's not an action star.
He is great actor. He don't fit his Blade.
Hey, Savage.
Well, that's why we would have never gotten a Blade if it wasn't for Mahershala Ali, though, because they're doing it because of him.
Right, I know. Yeah, that is true.
But it's other people that be Blade.
Hey, Savage. You know
No, you're not understanding, Bob.
Y'all going left too. How come
He
it's
the one
okay?
that pushed the issue of playing the fucking part,
Exactly.
of making the movie.
Right.
You know what? You know what? And I
hope that they gotta put a cameo of
Yeah, they gonna
No,
PG-13.
hold on. You know what? Blade.
They gotta get
Somebody need the PG-13 movie, Bone.
I can't.
Blade was a few characters that was part of the X-Men and the Avengers.
Huh?
All because of Black Panther. Black Panther put him in the Avenger at one point in time, and he left out and started his own squad. And he was also a member of the X-Men.
For the Black Panther?
No, Blade.
No, Blade.
Oh, Blade. Yeah.
Yes, he was part of the X-Men.
He was part of the X-Men and the Avenger.
Yup. Yes, he was. Know your Wesley Snipes history, people.
I'm talking about Blade, the character. Not
I know.
Right.
But that, as long as Wesley played him, he will be known as Blade, not Sticky Fingers. Facts.
Why you gotta do Mahershala Ali like that, man?
Yo, listen, I enjoyed that.
Lemon hurt.
No, Sticky Fingers did play as Blade in a TV series on FX.
Yes,
so
and it was good. I liked it.
Or whatever.
That Blade TV series was trash.
I liked it. Maybe because I'm biased.
You can't make Blade the animated series. What's wrong with that? Why Blade gotta be live action? Why it can't be animated?
What the hell? Hey man, okay. Well,
Bone, go to
Let me talk for a minute. Hang on, let me talk for a minute. Let me talk for a minute. With DC, hang on. What DC does, they animate and they cartoon stuff. That shit be raw. They cuss,
do, but that's
have
the best
sex,
thing they can
all
do.
type of shit.
What they
Why
got to
you
do
can't
with
do that with
What they
Blade?
got to do with Blade? That
Why
ain't
Blade
that's
can't
Marvel.
be
That ain't
animated?
DC.
Why we gotta have live act? I don't man.
That's
I
Marvel.
rather
That
see
ain't
that.
DC. It's
And
Marvel.
he
It
can
ain't
voice the
DC.
character.
That's
I
the
would
whole
respect
point
him.
right
He
there.
can voice the character.
Well,
Let
isn't
him
the
voice the character.
what ifs is gonna be animated, isn't it?
Yeah, it's whatever can be animated.
Animated, yeah.
they got Spider-Man in the U-verse.
So there you go, Bone. You got your animated right there with the what if.
No, because see, they say animated is trash. Marvel animated is trash.
What we talking about,
They
Bone?
animated shows are straight up PG-13.
All right, so what entirely are you talking about?
Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse was good. I will say
No,
that.
it wasn't, man. That was borderline.
What?
Man,
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Oh my god, dude.
Good night, Bone. Good night, Bone.
Are you trying to say the original
First of all.
X-Men animated series was garbage?
No,
Yo,
not the
first of all.
original. I'm talking about now. We talking about in the present. Last 5 to 10 years.
Listen, 100. If you take your ass to the movie theater and stop watching it on Cody, some of these movie quality is stuff up.
That movie, because that movie. You see that movie on Cody? It looks like
Go
shit.
pay $35. Go to the movies and that's
It's not really $35. It's $10
$35 out here.
Yeah, because you're trying to sit in luxury.
Hey,
You want to sit in Santa
hey,
Claus?
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go in style.
Don't complain about
Bone, you killing your own argument.
I ain't got time for matinee. I don't get up there.
I ain't got time for that.
Yo, 100 things in his life. He made up for 2 days out the year.
He say he want to watch.
And fireworks. He don't do
He
shit
said he want to watch this movie in 480p, sitting on old Rusty.
It's 1080p. No, it's not. It's 1030p. Get out of here.
What about you? What if story you would like to see?
To go to the time to get off the mic. This is GRG Light. Get the hell out of here.
This at the end, man.
Look, last first. That's why I'm asking your opinion. What if story you would like to see?
What story I would like to see? I would like to see the Secret Wars, man. I would like to see the start of the
story.
Secret Wars. Are you just talking about
what if?
What if story?
What if story?
I don't
Come on,
know,
man. Jeez, Mega.
Hey, Mega's free right now.
Man, I'm playing Shadow of War.
I knew he was playing that game.
Figures you're playing a damn game while you're supposed to be on a podcast.
Well, we knew that.
I love Wolverine, but you know what? I'm a big fan of Omega Red, man. I would like to see Omega Red take over the world, man.
Nice. Hey, with that being said, anybody got any last word? Because I got to go to bed too. I got to get up.
Coming out next week.
I'm surprised Lemon ain't say he want to see World break a halt.
is Agent of Shield involved in it.
I don't even want to start the whole conversation.
Yo,
I'm
how
not
you
going to do
say
it.
something which he don't know nothing about?
Oh,
You gotta know about the character before you talk about the character.
This comes from the
Everybody
black and
think-
white 70 TV owner.
Everybody thank you for coming out. God bless. See you next week. And let me don't know shit about the Incredible Hulk, but Incredible Hulk fan. Thank you.
Oh God.
Hey, everybody on the panel, appreciate y'all for coming. I mean, y'all welcome to come back next week for part 2. And anybody got any outro thing want to say? For the output?
We donating Sir X-Men some icy hot.
Oh, wow. I am going to say something.
Hey, people stop picking on ice cream.
In the words of Donald Trump, up yours, buddy.
Listen, man. Listen, I got something real to say. Listen, I know a lot of people watch this podcast. Y'all moviegoers. I give away a lot of 4K original digital code movies. I'm even gonna give one to Flip because he a bird. But follow 108 Dragon TV on YouTube and Twitter. I give away digital codes.
Not only that,
all the time.
also giving out gaming chairs.
I give out gaming chairs for
I already got one. I'm good.
Shout out to Sir.
You give out gaming chairs. Let me give out gaming chairs.
Follow me on YouTube and Twitter.
With wheels on the
side. I post them all the time.
This is an ugly ass orc I'm fighting. God damn.
Tomorrow will be battle. Tomorrow will be Alita the Battle Angel. That's what I'll be posting tomorrow for you movie people. You real movie people.
Yeah,
not Cody.
Alita Battle Angel.
I'm buying
I'm giving that away.
I'm buying the CD. I'm not
I
buying
got
it.
one request. You guys need to see the next season premiere for The Flash. What they're gonna talk, what it's gonna be about. You need to see that. It's really gonna be good.
Look like a motherfucking that fucking show looked like a sci-fi show.
The Flash is good, dude.
Yeah.
It's like a Cody show.
I can't watch that CW shit, man. I cannot watch that CW shit.
That's that Disney shit.
I love it,
That's
man.
Disney
I
Channel
love
shit.
it. Tomorrow is just awesome.
That's the WB. That's the old WB.
Yeah.
Yeah, the WB was like teeny bopper
Arrow,
shit.
last
back
season
in
of
the
the
day.
Arrow.
Yep.
And they're violent, man. They're violent.
You heard
All right,
about
thank you for coming out. We leave.
All right, we're going.
Yeah.
Hey, 108. You heard about the new crisis they're getting.